The end of the world.
No, not the booty.
Oh, the end of the world. Oh
Is a
no.
booty. Is a booty,
Yes.
yeah.
I always knew we'd
Correct.
come to
This is
this.
the correct answer.
All right.
I mean, there's worse ways to go. Like what you're about to go through, that's the worst way to go.
Oh,
That is catastrophic ass.
yay.
Catastrophic ass, because there's no longer any ass, because you're all one being that doesn't have an ass.
Oh, we're a meatball. Cool.
We're starting,
Mm.
right? Is this
Exciting.
part of it? Is this part of
Yes.
it
Yes,
starting?
this is
This
part
is
of
part
it.
of it.
You all began and progressed your preparation. You recruited the Tengri tribes of the mountains to assist you in defending the last tower. You went to Alderaan and did I really name it Alderaan? Fucking, my brain is dead. Whatever. You went to talk to Zayfeng and got some information about the troop movements of the Emperor and the other Emperor and his troop movements heading toward the last tower in the three directions they're attacking from, and the kind of consistency of those three forces to a small degree. That was the fuck was that?
Mm.
I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to continue.
Just-
Let's see. You recruited the goblins to help make traps. They were mostly successful. I think they only managed to trap one of the directions. Let's see. The goblins, the
They
Tengu
trapped the middle.
tribes, Zayfeng. They trapped the middle. How'd you trap the middle?
I don't remember. I don't know if it was specific.
Trap the middle.
The goblins, I think we're going to try
No,
and...
you didn't. I don't think you trapped them.
Is it
I
not?
don't think you trapped the middle of goblins. I think you trapped one of the other routes of goblins.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm getting mixed up.
I don't quite remember.
There was a lot of little scenes last couple sessions.
Yes, and we did the goblins last.
Yes.
Yes, there was also Adam trying to make a man out of the.
Oh yes.
Try-
You
Tried to tell him,
empowered,
let's get down to business, and the spirits were not having it.
and Napano had to give up 50 years of their life.
I had to be the one to make a man out of them.
Yep.
And the ghost empowered at least 100 men and women of Black Tower to be real men to fight. So they now are actual trained soldiers, or at least they are as strong as trained soldiers.
Hell yeah.
I don't believe you used the dragon's amulet to do that, so it was just the normal success. But you
Yes.
did roll really good, as I recall.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, you did. Rolled a 10, so you got the best you could have got on a normal roll. I believe that's all of those, so...
I think the last thing we were gonna do was weigh in Eldon, and if Vile isn't gonna be here, we may as well just do that without him.
That's what we're gonna do. So near
Unless
the
we
last...
I was gonna say, unless you wanted to, give some explanation for, how Barry was gonna get big and how we were gonna use him. I don't think we.
No, that's an already a tick. I was being purposely vague and implying lots of things. Whether you picked it up or not, it'll be fun to find out when you figure it out.
All right.
Yay.
I have to find where the fuck. There it is. Didn't I start? Of course I fucking didn't. Whatever. Alright, let's pick that up then. We'll go pick up near the last couple days before the Emperor's forces, the Emperor Maris's forces, are supposed to break through the mountain and cross the mountain and properly attack. You return to the last tower, finished most of your preparations. Perhaps you're in some meeting room with
The tool.
fuck is
Do it.
the tool. Thank you. Sorry. With the tool and the rest of the leaders of the last tower, and having a meeting when the doors burst open and Alden and Way are there.
Our boys.
I know that guy. That's Way.
Oh my god.
Alden has a twig in his hair and some leaves. He looks a little messed up. Not messed up, like it's disheveled. Disheveled, the word.
Mm.
Way also looks disheveled. Alden quickly explains, sorry, I teleported into the botany department. I landed in a tree. Well, we both landed in a tree. We just made our way here, sorry.
At least you didn't land on the skull.
Maybe if you grew wings, this wouldn't happen to you.
Why? Well, how would I grow wings? Where would I grow
Wing
wings
guard
from?
spell?
Teleport and then teleport.
I'm sure
oh,
there's a
oh.
mysterious artifact here that'll grow you wings.
They'll probably be from your butt, though.
Or they'll melt off my skin. Do you know the kind of shit we have here, right?
Yeah, growing wings wouldn't be good.
Yeah, there's probably a potion in a can around here or something.
I mean, I'm sure that the potion gives you temporary wings. Yeah, as he says as he walks over to the table and takes a seat, and Wade takes a seat next to him. But that's beside the point. The most the artifact that would be here would probably have killed me. I'm glad I let him.
That's a risk you're willing to take.
It's not. Why would you say that?
I heard of a guy
I'm glad you're not dead, Way.
with wings.
Me too. Cough. A leaf sputters out of his mouth.
I'm glad you
what
guys
have
can make
two
it.
been up to?
We were investigating some of the vault in West Island. Apparently, there were several that bore that mark on Way's katana and points at the emblem that he had in the sword that opened the first one you found.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah. Did you find any more spooky caskets or docents or
Shambling
anything
mounds.
useful?
Found one casket. Found some old machines that Way had to break because they tried to kill us immediately. That was fun.
I hate it when
He's
robots
good
do
at
that.
That tracks.
These ones were bad. These were not the normal ones. These were just bare automatons that just wanted us dead for whatever reason.
There are bad robots.
I mean, there's bad everything, really. There's also good robots, let's be fair. Not Zato.
Okay, so
So there was
Like-
another casket, you said.
Well, caskets in the sense of that they're similar devices to the one that was there. They're more. That one's more of a casket. These were more tactically. They were. They're putting things in stasis. They're putting things in stasis. We were able to open one of them, and we found. Well, he pulls. He looks away. Way reaches in his pack, and he pulls out a big bottle that is about half the size of a human head with a long neck. He puts it on the table. It's like a
got
clear
drinks.
blue liquid inside that kind of lightly glows.
Is that vodka?
I pick it up.
No. Alden quickly grabs it from you.
Ah!
No. Points at you. No.
Mm.
Does it make you grow wings from your butt?
No. Does not do that.
What's it do?
Oh.
Well, from the one thing we tested on, let's just call it a poison.
Poison. I know about poison.
Or a virus. Poison's probably not the accurate term. A
I'm pretty
virus.
sure these are poison too.
More of a virus.
A virus. Oh, that's
That
bad.
pops a berry in his mouth.
But, well, when it ended up on the rat I used it on in a controlled environment, well, the rat didn't stopped existing.
It stopped existing.
I don't want to get into the details because it was very disturbing to watch. But let's just say, yeah, it stopped existing.
I kind of feel like we need
Very-
these details. This
Very
seems like
violently.
seems like
Very violently.
it's kind of important.
Okay.
If the rat
well,
doesn't exist, how do you remember it?
Mm.
okay, let me
Because
explain. I poured like a drop from this bottle, holds it up, puts it back down very gently, like he's
Mm.
terrified it's gonna break. And well, it started coming undone slowly, apparently very painfully because it was not having a good time. And just kind of slowly unwound itself from top to bottom until there wasn't anything left.
So it
so-
turned to spaghetti.
That's that's
For a
exact.
moment, yes.
Mm. Took the words right out of my mouth
Do you
somehow.
And, like-
Do you suppose it would work
Sorry, Lyle.
on
I just
the
took that out of
Cladis?
your brain.
Well, am I 100% sure? No. But this stuff is extremely potent, from what I could tell. It's amazingly not magical.
Okay, well,
No, wait a minute.
I'm really intrigued that it works on everything but glass, or is it only living things?
It appears to only be living things. I did put a little bit on a piece of metal and nothing happened.
Okay, but hear me out.
Yes.
Did you try to kill a rat and then put it on the rat? The dead rat.
On a dead rat.
Does anybody have a dead rat we could test this on?
He stops and thinks, you know, it didn't actually test that. That's true. I don't know. I would.
Adam just looks over at Gazelle. For
I'm not
no
sure.
reason In particular.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
old man, you got a dead rat? I know you fucking
Do I
do.
have a dead rat? We're in a
Gazelle
fucking
doesn't look
lab.
back, but Barry kind of turns his head and looks over it.
Why are you looking at me? Why is the troll looking at me?
No, at Adam. Because Adam was looking at Gazelle, so now Barry's
Oh.
looking at Adam.
Mhm.
What?
You guys have labs here, people that do experiments. I'm sure someone has a rat that they could.
Maybe a
Yes.
hamster. That nobody's
I'll settle
using.
for a guinea
They're pretty
pig.
useless anyway.
Want to do the
I think we lost those at the
hamster,
beginning.
a guinea pig? Because it's a cute. A rat's not as cute, I guess. That's why I used a rat.
We could get a mole. Moles are kind of ugly. Anybody got a mole?
I don't.
My uncle was a mole.
Okay.
You-
well,
you know, I believe
why,
it. Okay.
Why you asking to test it like this?
We need to know if we could splash it on Cladis and make it turn to spaghetti.
I mean, if it's alive, yes, probably.
But if it's not, but it's not, or rather, I think it's not.
I think
It
it,
might be. I don't
technically
know.
does it count as alive if it doesn't have a soul?
The tool nod. In the technical sense, yes, it is alive.
I mean, Cladis consume a lot of corpses. We've seen them do it. So, I mean, if
They're made up of dead flesh. That's my concern.
so, even if we don't kill it, maybe we could diminish its mass.
Well, it
It's
reanimates
logical enough to
dead
me.
tissue, as far as I understand it. It subsumes it, revitalizes the dead tissue, takes the material it's made of, and make new tissue.
You know
Not
what?
so much animating the corpse as much as using the material to make new flesh
I'm gonna be honest with you.
and bone.
Not only does the experiment sound important, but I would really like to see a dead rat turn to spaghetti.
I mean,
Just
if you want me
saying.
to, he looks to his boss, looks into him, like the tool shrugs, is like, very well. He looks to one of the. He kind of rings a bell. And assistant comes out and is like, "Go fetch a testing chamber and a dead rat. We doing dead rat?
Yeah.
It could be alive.
Preferably, like, not freshly dead. You want to make sure all the cells are dead.
We can manage that. Could you please provide that?" And, like, the assistant nods and quickly runs off. Like, after a few minutes, the two assistants wheel in a glass chamber, and there's a kind of rotting rat carcass inside.
Oh, nice.
Gross.
Oh, nice.
That's what you get
Try
for
that
it.
on
This
hand.
round.
Kind of stinky.
Look, we experiment with a lot of things. Sometimes it being rotting is important. As crazy as it is sometimes.
You're telling me you didn't just fish this
I
out
mean,
of a fucking rat trap in the basement? No,
We
yeah,
have
okay.
we have an artifact that animates skeletons while it's still inside bodies. We have a living shadow thing, and I haven't even told you about the other shit we have.
I was
Why
talking
not?
to an
sounds
intern
interesting.
earlier, and
Thank
the
you.
intern
We
told me about the feather, and I'm not a fan of the feather.
What's the feather?
I'll tell you later. It's really, really weird.
feather is pretty fucked up. Anywho,
Yes, anywho.
I mean, if we don't die, we'll happily educate you on some of the things we've researched here. Happily, I'm sure many of the researchers would be happy to share. Now, do we want to test on this rotting rat carcass or not?
Yes.
Let's try it.
Absolutely.
Alden moves toward the rolling cart, the glass chambers. Like, okay, you're all gonna wanna. I don't think this will happen because it doesn't seem to be gaseous in nature, but I personally would like all of you to keep as far distance as possible.
Gazelle takes one step back.
Everyone in the room, aside from you guys, unless you also fall go to the other corner of the room.
Tori
Yeah,
and
I'm
Yue
just
are
kinda
already
backs up.
walking away from this because you guys have a dead rat and that's gross.
I can't say that I walked to the other side of the room because I still want to see it turn to spaghetti, but Lyle is giving it a little bit of distance, just so that he is no longer
Just
in
watching.
danger of being spaghetti.
Way puts his hand to his mouth and looks away and looks kind of like he's so sick. He doesn't want to look at this because he's already seen it once.
Gazelle pops a berry into his mouth, just eating while he's watching. Eating like popcorn.
Okay, here we go. He puts a little mask over his face, gently pops the cork on the bottle, very gently, slightly shaking hands, dropped one drop of liquid from the bottle into the chamber, onto the rat carcass, and immediately closes it so it's sealed, quickly corks it again. And the moment it hits the rat carcass, it hits the skull first. You watch the bone crumbles into dust within seconds. You watch the skin slowly ungrows and slowly moves down the body, its skull and skeleton beginning to quickly turn to dust, and then nothing. As you just kind of watch it fully dissolve, its muscle and bone. First, its skin dissolves, and its muscles you quickly see very rapidly, very quickly, just kind of unmakes itself. It literally goes through a reverse process of being created, and just kind of until nothing is there. It just completely is eradicated.
Huh. Neat.
I laugh slightly and shout gross and sick.
Gazelle just nods, pops another berry into his mouth. That was pretty cool.
I think that'll be useful.
It wasn't as bad as when it was alive. It was much worse.
Well, supposedly the clouds can't feel pain, so.
For the record, that's what the Constitution, the saving throw I just did was. If I failed it, he was going to vomit.
Nice.
Projectile all over everything.
Oh, God.
Hmm.
It's a good thing that didn't happen.
You projectile vomit. You hit the bottle breaks. It
I was
turns to a
kinda
gaseous
hoping it would.
form and infects all of you. You all die immediately.
Jesus.
Bad end.
Finally, jeez.
That's a
Oh, do you
good
want me to
thing.
take? I'll take this clock all the way if you want to. I'm game, buddy.
Ajay.
So as far as useful application of it, do we have to, carry the bottle around and drizzle it on people, or do you think we could coat it weapons with it, dunk arrowheads in it?
Ooh! Squirt gun.
Yeah.
It sounds like
I
a
mean,
bad
I
idea.
only have this one bottle. This is the only bottle I have.
But we can make more, right?
I have no idea what this is even made of. I was too terrified to even try to examine it.
Okay, I got an idea. Everybody pay attention to Lyle. That stuff's dangerous. Don't mess with it. But, in an emergency, maybe pinch off some vials of it, and you and Wei hold on to those, and if things get, really dicey, just, huck it at the biggest, gladdest you can and run like hell.
I want to coat my arrowheads in it.
I think it would be great if we could give some of this to the Tengu archers.
Putting it on arrows sounds awesome, as long as nobody's a dipshit and, touches the arrowheads at all. Or, it doesn't poke through their quiver and they're into their butt.
Well, if
Drip
anyone's
off
good at
their
applying-
quiver.
I've been kind of...
Liquid, after all.
I've been experimenting a little bit with how to apply some of the poisons that I tinker with to my daggers. And, not gonna lie, daggers that turn people to spaghetti sound awesome, but the risk of me becoming spaghetti while playing with the stuff, I don't know. A little too high for my liking.
I imagine if anyone out there is professional at applying poison, it's likely the professional assassins.
How, Maj, the way that the rat decomposed, did it start on one end of its body and work its way down?
It started from when it touched the body on the skull, and then just unmade itself from there.
So
it did fall like-
theoretically, if Lyle was an idiot and got a little bit on one of his fingers, we could maybe chop off his hand before it spread throughout his body.
Potentially.
In theory.
So you got nothing to worry about.
Oh, when you put it that way. I don't know, Eldon, the Tool, people who are a bit better versed in existential
Dealing with dangerous
ending.
interstitial threats and
artifacts.
such like this.
What
Yeah.
are you-
What do we think?
What do you think? What do you think is proper containment and handling procedures for the spaghetti potion?
Spaghetti potion's a strange name to call it, but I get typically these sorts of things. If we would just give this away somewhere and just not let anyone touch it, because if just one drop is enough to just completely disintegrate an entire creature or something that's alive, then that's a bit too dangerous to really mess with. That would be the normal case, but we are facing a doomsday scenario in this case. But caution is still required, of course.
Point of order. We know what it does to a rat. A rat is small. It might not completely evaporate a person.
You're right. You got any
Oh,
dead
yeah.
elephants?
No, we don't keep those. Those are too difficult to transport.
How about emus?
We do have one of those, yes.
You got any eggs?
Can we
Ask
see
him
if
for a friend.
one drop would evaporate an entire emu? For science?
For science.
Natul looks at everyone else, looks at Alden. Alden just shrugs, like, sure. Natul sighs.
It is
Looks
technically
persistent.
important.
We're just going to keep working our way up
Please
until you
go
say no.
retrieve an
Viable
emu
as
carcass
a
for
weapon.
me. Does not need to be rotted. That's fine. The assistant looks confused but nods and runs off. After like
Because if we
30
shoot
minutes,
if we shoot a potion arrow at someone and it only explodes their arm, we might still be in trouble.
wheels out an Ebu carcass and another glass container. All right, here we go. Alden pops the cork, a little more confident now. His hand's not quite as shaky, and drops one drop on the Ebu carcass on the head. The head quickly dissolves and unmakes, starting with the skin, going to the
Ugh.
muscle, going to the
Ugh.
bone. And it travels
Ugh.
from the head, down the neck, to the body, down its feathers. Well, its feathers get unmade first, and just kind of start to fall off, and then those also start to disintegrate. And it kind of, not as quickly, but still eventually, it is completely unmade.
Gross, dude.
It took a little longer, but that seemed to be because of size.
All right.
Looks
Well,
pretty
Alright.
good to me.
Yeah, I'm
As
gonna
long-
say that is effective. Okay, well,
Yeah, Gazelle just nods impressed. That was pretty cool. Then eats another berry.
As long as it doesn't eat through a quiver or a sheath, I think we can make use of this.
It does eat through leather.
leather is organic, I suppose.
You would have to put it in a metal container or a glass container or something that's not sourced from something organic like
Oh.
that.
Okay, so no wood, no leather,
No wood,
no
no
wool.
leather. Mm-hmm.
All right, that's
So
Glass-
dip and fire, got it.
a little trickier, but yes.
Don't put it in fire.
Don't put it in.
I
Now I kind of want to light it on fire.
What if it becomes gaseous and then we're fucked?
Harry, fine, no fire.
I don't want it to disintegrate. I don't want it to disintegrate.
Okay, I get it.
I want
It's
to
a failure.
live. Wait, Lyle.
No fire. Agreed.
What if we shoot it at a big hulking Cladus monster and then follow up with a fire arrow to ignite it? It's pretty far away from us then. How maybe we could impact their entire army.
Hmm.
Yeah, but then it goes up into the atmosphere and potentially,
Yeah, I don't.
goes
Tool-
across the entire
What if
world.
I'm
Tool
downwind?
speaks up. As much as the crazy dwarf is crazy, the risk of we do not know the true nature of this thing. We don't know what would happen if it actually enters the atmosphere. We don't know if it will disseminate and become harmless. This might not ever become harmless if it does that. As the master of the last tower and one of the people in charge of dealing with these sorts of things, I say, do not do that. It's a terrible
Alright.
idea.
Okay, fine.
All right. Well,
He's right, though. It is a terrible idea. I'm sorry.
You're already disintegrating them if you hit them with an arrow with this on it anyway. What's the fire gonna do? Just kind of make it a gaseous cloud that potentially
Well, I
also
thought maybe
kills a bunch of
spread it to other
civilians?
targets. Like we're facing an army. If you can take out
Yes.
multiple people with 2 arrows,
I
I
understand.
mean, yeah, but it'll be a battlefield. There's not
Mm.
just going to be enemies out there.
suppose.
yeah, I'm gonna say maybe use this as a trump card for like, if I don't know, just because I keep thinking of elephants for some reason. A Cladus elephant starts ramming the fucking gates.
It
Or if
is a
there's a-
safer trump card than breaking out the Eldritch Shadow Apocalypse monster, I think,
Yeah. Well,
in terms of last chance trump cards go.
I suppose. Although this might lead to non-existence, that might just lead to something else that I don't know. I don't know which is worse, frankly. That's what Alden says. But I
okay.
feel like non-existence is probably worse.
Maybe. I don't know. I think I'd rather not exist than like get sent to the torment nexus or something.
Maybe you just become a shadow person. You just live in the shadows forever. I don't know.
Be a shadow man. That sounds kind of cool.
Be a shadow man. Yeah, kind of, right?
I was a shadow man once.
All right. Well, we could contemplate that if the world ends. For now, though, what do you say
We can put this in vials and like give it to responsible people. who are sufficiently scared of it, nods to Lyle.
So none of us.
Lyle seems sufficiently scared of it.
I will take a vial and well, look, I'm sure I could get into trouble with this, but it's not like I don't have experience handling dangerous substances. I've been brewing up some oil agate for a little bit now. See what I could do with that.
Stay away from
Sure.
stairs. Gazelle
Yeah,
just looks Lyle in the eye when he says that.
Alan also stares at Lyle. I
I've-
will give you an extra sturdy bottle,
please. Thank you.
just in case.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. I got you. And you all, I'm not going to stinge on you. You all will get a vial of this liquid. Because this is the final tick on your clock, is this boon that you received from Alternate Way, this mysterious virus poison liquid that disintegrates living things. Come to contact.
Cool.
Sweet.
Gazelle blinks for a moment and then looks down at where the corpses were.
There are
So
no
what
corpses
happened
there.
to the liquid?
Alden stares as he realizes he hadn't actually figured that. He actually hadn't thought of that. He looks at the glass chambers. Well, I don't know. I figured if it's a virus, it means it consumed the living tissue, and then
So where'd it go?
it ate itself out, I guess. So it ate
God,
all
I
the thing
wish.
it had contact with, and then ceased to be because it had nothing else to eat.
But that's not
Well-
how matter works.
Look, if you work in this tower long enough, that ceases to matter. There are lots of things that don't make any goddamn sense in this tower.
That's fair.
That makes sense.
All right. Well, I'm
That's
gonna
very
say maybe
Gazelle just looks contemplative.
let's just be safe and not lick the inside of the containers where the dead rat was, in case anybody was thinking of doing that. And Lyle looks at
Very
Gazelle.
good idea. We're going to go put these in the deepest part of this towers and then not touch them for, what's a good amount of time? 100 years?
100 years.
100
is
years
good.
at least. And then we'll review.
Why don't you just like bury it? Get rid of it.
You know what's organic?
Well, we have to
Soil.
look. We're also researchers. We also have to research this. This is too juicy. We're gonna keep some of this.
You said juicy, and it's a juice.
He did.
Matul takes out a vial and just pours it on your head.
Gazelle drinks it.
Gazelle dies immediately. No, Gazelle is unbathed and ceases to exist.
Gazelle has poison resistance. He survives.
Nope, this is bypassed that entirely. It's not a poison, it's a virus, fucker.
Same difference.
It's not.
Cladis
It's
would also
really not.
technically be a virus, and he was not immune,
Yeah,
but he
you're-
was at least resistant to it.
That is a separate thing. In this instance.
Well, Way,
Anyway.
Eldon, you guys
Anyway.
went through a lot of danger and great lengths to bring us this. We'll try and put it to good use so that hopefully we don't all die.
I prefer it when we don't all die, so please do. We'll be here as well.
I can only promise to try.
That's all I can ask of you specifically.
I'm
So-
always trying.
So how long do you think we have before they're knocking on the front door?
And then the camera goes up, and then we zoom out toward the mountains as the flags of the Emperor's soldiers begin to crest over over the tips of the pass and are now visible.
Uh-oh. I'm scared. Why should I help?
That's him.
I'm not here to help you. I'm here to kill.
Damn it! Can I
Damn.
trick you? Can I roll con artist on Majay?
You can certainly try.
One of the two
Oh my God.
side paths, was it like completely caved in by the traps?
It wasn't caved in, but trapped. So like pitfall traps. mountain traps, so like rocks will fall, everyone dies, trip falls, stuff like that, pig traps, that kind
So
of
we
thing.
didn't take out one of them. We just diminished the numbers on one of them.
You pretty. I think you rolled. I think he rolled pretty good, as I recall.
I thought we had taken off like either the left or the right flank. I don't remember which
Yeah,
one, but I thought
you
we
severely. You didn't like completely annihilate it because there's just too many people for that to like completely annihilate it. But you severely slowed and diminished a lot of like the rank and file on one side. So like you're mainly going to be dealing with some minor forces from one side, and the two other sides will be the major threats here. One side's just going to be a nuisance.
Okay. So when
But
they're
there are elements
cresting
on that
over the
side that are
mountain
not
now, they're
yeah,
all
they're gonna
gathering.
start hitting traps.
Okay.
When they start actually advancing on the tower. Okay. Well, we are on one of the final days here. I'm going to just move us over here.
Oh my god, what's happening?
So, like, do we level
Where
up?
are
By
all
the
of
way?
these fucks?
That apocalypse looking motherfucker. That's a priest.
Look at all this
Yep.
action we got going on here.
Mm.
Let's see here. Let's run through
So
it here.
many.
You have this guy represents the last tower forces. That's who that will represent. This represents the oh, what the fuck did I call them? The
Guardians?
automatons? The
Automatons?
Guardians. Thank you. Fuck. The Guardians.
Hey, don't make him smaller.
Doing that so they're all together. The Goblins, who are here to like help with support and kind of be your backline. You have Ag, who's kind of taking the lead here as a Dynasty Warrior hero.
Hell yeah.
Barry is not a kaiju as of yet that will trigger when you want it to.
Question:
Yes.
Has it been long enough that Barry could have conceivably been taught how to use a magic item?
Sure.
Cool.
Oh shit.
You finally got Shinra Tensei. Let's
The
fucking
ring
go.
on his horn, right?
You shall know pain.
Oh my god, it's
happening.
it's reworked way.
Wayne and Alden are up here. You have Natul, who's like a back. He's part of the last tower forces, but he's just kind of there. The Tengu tribes. I'm giving you 4 here. They're like different tribes. You have Wataru, who represents the her attempt to like turn some of the troops here against them, which is why those yellow turban looking fuckers are yellow turban looking fuckers. They might turn.
Oh, okay.
Barry's not a kaiju as yet. There's Way and Alden as like also additional help. The other things were plans and boosting people. As I recall.
Yeah, we had our boosted Ghost Army, and then I think there's the Grimstead Vidar forces.
I believe this will be your boosted Ghost Army. This guy in armor.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
Yasuo going to be serving as sort of like a commander
He's-
unit
yeah,
for
he's-
the Tengu?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So here's basically how it's going to work. There are several forces at play here. They are large because their forces are quite large. This motherfucker down here, with the red background, that is the Emperor.
I don't
And the
see
Emperor's
him.
he's right here.
Oh, that one. Someone
Yes.
pinged over here, sorry.
Yes. So that is the Emperor and the Emperor's coterie, so he'll have the other Emperor with him, who is secondary, I promise you. I'm not even going to say his name, because his name no longer fucking matters.
It's California roll.
Doesn't matter.
California rule.
These will
I almost
represent
had
the
a California
priests.
roll the other day.
These represent the priests. These represent the priests.
Blue fuckers are priests. Got it.
Hate them.
And that is not just one. It is
This blue fucker is
several.
also a priest.
Yes. This guy in armor is like proper Morosian armed forces. Oh, right. Hold on. Let's grab a token for...
Here it comes.
I need to give you a token for... For
Suspense.
the turncoats.
Yes.
The Morosian turncoats.
Then
Yes.
I don't think we have the Zefeng people represented here yet either.
They were not sending armed forces. They were only giving you information.
Yeah, they were courtesans and spies and whores. They were not fighters.
So how
Fair.
do you
And
tick them off the clock if it goes down?
I think we get an advantage just because we're not getting attacked blindly, and we are able to set up our defenses, and like it aided in the goblins setting up defenses.
Yeah,
I could retroactively say that in the time between now and then, they suffered some consequence that you were as of yet unaware of. I can always go back in time and fuck with them.
Okay.
Okay.
They're not safe just because they're not here. You involved them in this, they are now people I can kill.
I'm scared.
What did those whores ever do to you?
Alright, so these silver ones are the Vidar forces, the Morosian rebels.
Yes, the Duke's forces, that also include the rebels, as well as the turncoats. There'll all be that one token. And now I'm going to just do this. Hold on, I have to give you all control of all these, so you can dictate who goes where and what does what. Because I'm going to leave it all to you.
I'm scared.
I would like to ask one quick question. Laris is part of the rebel forces, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Give us Laris's token.
You want me to throw Laris in there?
Yes.
I just want to look at her.
Okay. You just want to look at
Having-
her. And then know
No,
who
I wanna
dies.
use her. Having a portal person would be very useful for getting around the battlefield.
Indeed.
Indeed, it would.
Where's Vidar?
Oh, Vidar is just among the armed forces. He's got a helmet on. You don't know.
Okay.
I imagine he's wearing some sort of more established-looking regal outfit.
Maybe. Maybe he's just staying where the wind blows.
He's fucking hiding. Fucking
know.
bitch.
You don't know. You have no idea.
He's in a hotel room watching on his iPad.
It's like, well, fuck that. I don't want to be there.
That
Hope they
sucks.
would.
Damn.
How do I give control to everyone? Okay, I'm gonna have to just move them as you will. So consider these your pieces, and this is the board that you're dealing with. So as basically that meeting was kind of happening in the evening, and this is like the next morning when this begins. The dawn begins to rise, and the armies begin to approach
Okay.
Good.
from the mountains. These large forces of like recruits and conscripts are marching alongside priests in full armor, some looking grotesque and strange, others looking normal but still masked. Like their faces, their bodies are not visible, but they are marching with the troops, kind of taking lead. And those that are not comfortable with it are a bit too afraid to even try to leave. So they are being kind of forced on a forced march. And as they head down this southern area, they come across the traps and begin to start taking heavy losses as some of the goblins out here trip some of the trips, trip some of the trips, trip some of the traps, and begin to quickly diminish a lot of like the conscripts out here. And like they start to diminish heavily. So like they are much smaller because the goblins actually, of course, because they're little fuckers, know how to make good traps.
Hell yeah.
I would
on,
say
boys.
that some of would the priests fall to that though? Would
Roll
that take
for
up the
it.
priests? I am gonna roll for it. I'm gonna roll 2d6. I'm going to add +3 because they are hardy motherfuckers.
Uh-oh.
They rolled a 12.
Hell yeah. Yeah, they
think we
take
don't
out. They take
I
them
think-
out.
No.
I think we don't. want
No, I think that's
No,
for the
I was rolling.
priests.
That was for the priest to survive.
Oh no. Oh,
That's
wait.
bad.
The
That's
priests
bad,
are
hun.
fine.
Okay.
The priest, being nigh turned into full claddeth and part of the mind, are when they see one trap, they all know. They all know the traps, and it doesn't work. And even those that fall into the traps, just climb out.
The skitter out.
They
What if-
are pierced and stabbed by the pitfall traps. You just pull themselves out and then climb out of the holes.
Uh-oh.
Some change and just kind of extend out of the trap and then reform back into their armor.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's
remember?
This is,
Remember what's fighting?
this is real buns, isn't it?
Okay, but what if
Yeah, what you got?
fine. I'm scared.
Gazelle does his meteor fist and collapses the tunnel?
It's not a tunnel, but that is an idea.
I thought there was
the
a
tunnel
tunnel.
is the center
There's
path.
the tunnel,
Oh,
center
right.
path, which
It was a
haven't
different
got to
path.
describing yet. I was just describing how that force got diminished.
Damn. Okay, never mind
The
then.
priest over here, which is not like a fuck ton, it's like maybe 30 guys alongside these with a little left of the conscripts. Like maybe 1,000 conscripts left and 30 priests. No, yeah, 30 priests, yeah.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay.
It's still a lot, but it's not as many dudes, which makes shooting the priest specifically easier, presumably.
Okay.
On the northern path, or on this western path, they cross the mountain, and you're kind of reminded of just how much they outnumber you excessively. There's over like 20,000 troops, or was it 2,000? I don't remember. A lot of fucking troops, a lot of fucking conscripts march down this mountain path and into the open field and begin to march toward the last tower. And as they reach the proper, as they leave the mountain pass and into the battlefield proper, you watch as these huge drill-like machines, first one then another, just pierce through the mountain and just run aground. As like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them pierce through the ground and then just start to slow down, and they begin to disembark as Morosian troops start to pour out from this central path that they have created through the mountains, joined by priests and knights and warriors. And amongst them, you see, well, the only one who would know who that is and recognize them immediately is Lyle and the Morosian troops on your side, as the Emperor himself, donned in full armor, dismounts with two like horns kind of reared back, carrying like a long spear of a blade on each end. His cape billowing in the wind as he kind of towers over the knights around him. And you don't remember him being that tall, but he's that tall now.
Is screaming still a free action?
Yes,
I scream.
you scream.
I think a spear with 2 tines is just called a pitchfork. Is he attacking us with a pitchfork?
No,
I think it's
on
just
each
twin
a
blade.
blade on each end.
Darth
Oh,
Maul.
okay.
They're a
Gotcha,
small
gotcha.
blade, but it's a spear instead of like a double sword situation. They disembark, and you were shown like the full array of forces here, which kind of spreads almost like the entire side of this battlefield across from the last tower. It is a lot of dudes. There are a lot of dudes arrayed against you. The Emperor himself strolls past the lines and looks toward the last tower, spear in hand. He lifts the spear, and then he just builds it forward. You don't hear a word. He doesn't say anything. And then the troops begin to march toward the last tower.
There isn't like a big horn that starts blaring, like. "Wah."
eventually they do get blown, but he does the first thing, and there's just silence at his action, and then the horns start to blow as
The
he
hive mind.
does that action.
Beautiful.
Okay, they are marching upon your position.
Is that both his armies and the armies on the left? Because I wasn't sure if we covered like these guys encountering any traps.
They did not encounter any traps. There was only traps on the one side.
Okay.
But that's okay, because these guys are the ones that we want Hotaru to convert for us.
True. Do you want to start with that?
Probably.
Yes, let's start.
With half the army.
Get
Okay.
him.
Okay, so this will have. I mean, it's gonna have to be a roll because there's gonna be this kind of stuff. There's gonna be some guaranteed success. She's gonna turn some of them no matter what. But we're just gonna see how
many?
bad it can go or how good it will go for both the troops she
I-
turns and you guys.
I promise to help.
Okay. Otto, what do you do to help?
I'm gonna be helpful.
You're gonna be helpful.
Ooh.
Oh, so it's a game. All right, good. That's good. That's very good.
Hey, good boy.
Good boy.
Okay. So no matter what, it's going to be 7 to 9, so it's going to be mostly good. But someone's going to still need to make a roll for Hotaru as she makes the speech.
May as well be auto.
And she's
Uh,
like, I
might as
assume
well
she's
be
like
Otto.
on the top of the last tower with guards, and Otto is just kind of with her. I'm assuming.
She's somewhat presentable that she can be seen.
I am imagining that Otto reaches back behind him, opens up his back, and he's got a PA speaker that she could fucking jack, and he's just opens his mouth all the way, and her voice blares out of him. He's helping.
Otto, is that acceptable to you?
No.
Sure.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Very well.
Otto becomes an imp.
So who's rolling?
Aaron
Otto.
roll.
Aaron rolls.
Sounds like Aaron.
It's all pressure on you.
Otto, what is Otto's charisma?
1, I think.
Okay. Add
What if
plus 3 to that?
instead of charisma, you used Otto's constitution, since she's using him as an imp, to see how loud he can get? Because it's her words. Otto's just broadcasting them.
That would be true if he's trying to push the voices far to the back of the army.
So, just to be clear, Otto isn't the one rolling. Aaron is rolling for her.
Yeah, but I'm
Hotaru.
saying it makes more sense to roll based off Otto's constitution rather than his charisma. Since
I'm
we're
saying
rolling
it makes
for
sense not to
Hotaru.
use his stats at all, is what I'm saying. And according
Whose
to,
whose side are you on?
I also do want to add that according to the move, it also take a +1, which we have been treating as advantage. So
Correct. Okay. Otto, do you want to? Basically, Hotaru is going to give you +3 because she's a charismatic. She was an empress to be, basically, so she's got a lot of charisma.
Okay.
So, do you want to add to
What
that
do
in
I-
any way, or do you want to just roll hers?
I don't know. Just tell me what to roll, Mage.
At the con.
What's your con?
2.
All right. Add
Better than one.
roll 2d. Roll 3d6 plus 5.
K2.
was it K2?
Yes.
I could just check what dice it is. It's fine.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, so 6 and a 3, so that's 9 plus 5, so that's 14.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Sounds like a full
That's
success.
pretty good. All right. So here's what
Inspirational
happens.
speech.
Hotaru, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Unless you want to talk.
Oh no.
That's right. So shut the fuck up. I slap you across the face.
Disintegrate me.
Okay. So she speaks. She talks to her people, tells them this is an unjust battle. They do not need to be here. This is for not. This is not for even Zhao as a place. It's for this abomination that has turned them and her home against their own well-being at the cost of everything. For what? For even if this is not a monster, it's for the advances of some other nation that's not even in Zhao, not even the legacy of the Emperor himself. And and the King California was just going along with it, just turning everyone against the last power to hand it all over to the Merosians.
Yeah, we don't want that.
They all start some of them start to stop. It's like, well, hold on a second. There are a lot of Merosians here. They are kind of taking complete charge. They're acting really fucking weird. And then she makes a big plea to that they are her people, and she wants them to fight for their lives, their homes, and she will fight with her. And that the great AG is here, and he will fight with them, and they have nothing to fear. And then I think all of the people here that did not die fucking turn on the priests immediately because their numbers already diminished.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And the people over here, I think they split basically into two.
Hell yeah.
And I'm going to put a little token here. So this is the friendly one. And this is the bad one.
Yeah, the
The
bad
bad
boys.
one? The bad one about to get pretty small.
Oh, big, small guy. Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
get him!
yeah.
Get him!
Oh,
Get him! Get him! Beat him up!
Fuck him up!
So now, these forces have turned against the conscripts from King California Rolls Nation and the Merosians. Now, will they alone be able to really meaningfully kill the fucking beat the Merosians here? Probably not without aid. No, most definitely not. But they can definitely hold up at least this side for a long time. They can hold them up for quite a while. These guys are probably going to die pretty quickly. The ones over here, they're probably fucked. I'm not going to lie. But they'll hold them up for a little bit. Especially since everyone else is dead. And so even the people who were not from Hotaru's nation also turned tail and have turned against the Merosians. And a few of them are just running, just leaving.
Yeah,
But the rest
run.
are like, no, fuck the Merosians. I don't want to die for this.
Okay.
Nobody tell them that Moros is named after their old emperor.
Billy, you know that?
So, I had a thought about how we might divide our troops with this information.
Okay, what are you thinking?
Majé mentioned that since the rank and file of the army on the right side has diminished, and it's basically all just the clerics, the priests, who we think all have Gladys in them, that maybe we could send our Tengri contingent along that way, being on the mountains. Maybe they can snipe from above. Maybe they can use some of that spaghetti poison and just go to town on the priests, since there's not a lot of other cannon fodder to get in the way.
Trying to clear out the priests and support the turncoats that we have would be
Well, supporting
helpful.
the turncoats, I think we put Eggy on this side to kind of inspire the larger massive soldiers that are loyal to Hotaru.
Do we not have any loyalists on this side?
You do.
We
It's
do.
basically all of these troops have turned because they lost so many people,
Okay.
and some of them were from Hotaru's country, but a lot of them also turned because there were so many casualties. They walked directly into a trap that annihilated so many of them.
Well, yes, that's what I was then sending some. If we could back them up and take out the priests, then we pretty much regain complete control of this side of the battlefield. So if we want to send the Tengu there, then I support that.
We can. I have. I mean, are we going to equip them with the poison? Because I think that that will be the quickest way. If we use it early, that will give us an
I think we
advantage
should.
now, and we'll be able to hold that.
I think there's like enough poison. There's enough of that virus liquid to. How many arrows?
You said that this was a group of 30 priests.
Yes.
Okay. I think that like, depending on how big the vial is, right? It should be able to be dipped or dropped onto each
'Cause
arrow.
you each have a vial, one vial.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to think after that. I still think there's like a pretty good amount. I want to
It was a
say
fairly big bottle, and
it
we're
was a
only
fairly big
dipping
bottle.
arrows,
Well,
right?
if it's
So,
Yeah.
if it's like say as big as a wine bottle, then you're looking at
Oh, for
something
dipping.
Yeah, about
that's
about
about
big, that big.
that's the average wine bottle is close to 24 ounces, so about like you know uh depends on how much you know. Apparently, you only need a drop of the poison to spaghettiify something, but you also need enough to coat the arrowhead so that you know it's guaranteed to infect whatever you hit it with. So
I think it always is like violently variable enough that like you have to be very careful about applying it. You can't just apply it, put it somewhere, and carry it over there. I think they do have to like take the vials with them and coat it in the field because it's like
I mean,
it's so fucking risky to like let it. If it spills anywhere on anyone, they're dead.
I mean, this is you know, trained assassins. This is their forte, and took the liberty of like trying to research on how poison is handled in these settings. There is basically a vial can coat normally a small like dose can coat like 3 arrows, but in reality it doesn't take like anything to poison somebody lethally. Like one little drop or just dipping the very tip of the arrowhead in to the vial is enough to be fatal.
Sure.
So with this one vial, I'm sure that, I mean, I have one of the vials, right?
Yeah.
That's how this works. I can pass this out to the Tengu. They can quickly move across the battlefield and just, you know, rain hell down on the priests. Probably take them out really quick because I have what? Each one of these stacks is how many Tengu?
Let's say at least like 500 to 1,000, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, so they don't even have to really get within range of the priests. They can, hell, they could maybe even get behind them or up on the mountains.
I like
And
the
then-
idea of them flanking. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I have thousands, I'm gonna have them attack from the best position that they can. Can I borrow Laris for this to make it more possible, or even easier?
Who have
I think
Laris
I-
teleport them behind?
Yeah,
Yes,
or
I
easy.
understood most of what you said, but you turned very robotic. But I
You
understood
turned
most of what you said.
Well,
I'm gonna have Laris take Tengu and go behind enemy lines and fire down on them with the poison.
Okay.
Solaris move the Tengu. Gotcha.
Let me be very clear. Are you deploying the entirety of your Tengu forces to attempt to wipe out this side of the battle?
It's only
Is that your
50.
plan?
It's only 30 priests, right?
Yes, it is only 30 priests.
Only 30 priests.
Still pretty
wow.
bad though.
Mhm.
The priests are scary.
They are scary men. Well, I don't know how long would this teleport take.
Oh,
'Cause
she
it's
can
a lot-
only make a teleport that people have to go through one at a time. It'll take a while. If you're sending the entirety of your Tengu forces, it's gonna take a minute.
Okay. I will
She could
send.
probably push it to send like one of these divisions over in like a not a shit ton of time. But sending all of them will be very difficult to do quickly. She'll push herself to do it.
We'll send one division.
Okay. So Laris is quickly deployed, and you quickly pass along these orders, and the Tengu agree. A division of them gets ready. Laris makes a portal nearby Mountain Pass because she learned about these mountain passes and went to visit them, so she knows all these locations. She took the time to memorize them, and she will teleport them into the back line. Okay. All right. Well, Tori, you're gonna go ahead and try to kill them with this.
Okay. I'm gonna imagine this is a dex roll. Because we're
This
trying
is
to
a
get the
dex
drop
by
on.
your forces to try to get a drop on them.
Okay.
And you're using
My
your-
dex is +3.
It's not your dex. We're not using your dex.
Okay.
You're rolling 2d6 plus 1.
Okay. And that is, let's / roll 2d6 +1.
Hmm.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, that is the
Oh my
worst
god.
possible way that could go.
Oh my god.
Storm, you rolled a 2d1.
All right, so these priests are
Buddy, you were
What is
rolling
this?
11s trying not to puke. Shut up.
these priests
No,
got hands.
Storm. Look at the command.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it.
Oh, 2D.
Oh, he-
2d1.
one. Oh.
Okay,
My
okay.
God,
My
Storm.
bad.
Oh my
Okay.
god, give us all heart attacks.
I said it out
You
loud. That
got
really hurt
me
me.
so fucking
Oh my
excited
god.
for you to fail, and now I am angry. You're going to
That's a
feel that.
success, buddy. That's a success.
I like how you just assumed I was saying, why did you roll that? Like, how did you roll 2 1s? No.
It's hard to tell
Oh,
with
do
your
you want-
tone these days.
Yay, partial success.
Okay. So, your Tengu do get the drop on these priests, and they take some shots. They hit them with some of the arrows. A couple of priests get hit, and the Tengu watch as they see, because they didn't see how effective this poison was, but they get to see how effective it actually is. It hits, like, let's say, 8 priests. 8 priests will get hit and are going to die. Let me just put this on here so I can remember numbers here for
Yeah, wait,
myself.
I rolled a success and I only get like half of them. Not even half of them.
Must have done.
Yeah.
Look here. I need to remind you how dangerous these all are. Because I need you all to remember these things are incredibly difficult to kill. And
You
they
also
all
rolled a
are
partial
sharing a
success.
brain.
Yeah, it was only partial.
You only rolled a
It's
partial
still-
success.
That's still a success though. Well, whatever.
Yes, so I'm not going to annihilate the Tengu.
Okay.
Amen.
Alright, fair.
So you kill 8
Very
of
good.
the priests. They are like unmade within moments. And the 3 other priests watch this happen, some of them taking cover. And like a couple of them do start screaming. The other and by the 8th one, it seems to be trying to do something, but it doesn't get a chance. And then your Tengu like, okay, this is working. And they continue their assault. One priest, a couple take another volley. They hit another 8 priests. Another 8 priests get hit, they just cannot avoid the amount of errors at play. However, in the time it takes for the virus to approach their body, they detach the parts that are being infected in moment, with enough time to save themselves.
Uh-oh.
No, why did I say that?
Mm.
It is
Just
still
swap
removing
off.
a lot of them lose entire chunks of their body, so they are diminished. They cannot regrow themselves that quickly. But they are not. They have caught wise. They now know that you have arrows that can do this. So they are going to be more careful, and they're going to have this in their back pocket of being able to save themselves by diminishing themselves. So I'll say, like, for the sake of counting that it does have more effect, I'm going to drop it down to another 20. So there's 20 priests left. And it kind of enters a stalemate from there. But it has delayed the priests in this southern area as they're trying to deal with the Tengu and their very deadly arrows, trying to outlast them and trying to, get to them so they can replenish themselves. And
Oh, no.
but they are also stalled by like the conscripts joining with the Tengu and helping support them. So the Tengu weren't like dying. Maybe a couple of them get got. There's enough that like they're gonna get got no matter what. But enough are like keeping their distance, staying safe, and harrying these priests. So this avenue of the battlefield has been delayed.
All right.
Cool.
I'm scared.
As that is happening, the forces of Moros are advancing toward the last tower, ignoring the other sides of the battle that are going on. In a march that just is silent. There's no one. It's silent.
I
Alright.
like that.
I think that
So
of our forces, Eggy should probably go Dynasty Warrior on this side, because he actually, used to lead these troops.
Mm-hmm.
it's not
And
a
then down the center,
bad
I think
idea.
probably our own Morosian troops. But Moros versus Moros. And maybe the ghost-empowered troops, too.
These are the ghosts guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They got the QB chakra cloaks. Yeah, I think that's not a bad strategy. I would like AG on our vanguard here, but you raise a good point that having him lead the men that we just turned to, like his presence might demoralize or even turn more people who haven't yet been swayed, and his leadership and might be needed to stop this group of priests from converging on us in the main battlefield. So, sending AG to the left flank to lead the charge on the left flank is probably
Uh,
a good
I
call.
forgot to add that, but you also have the skull.
Oh, the skull.
Skull bomb.
Oh,
Don't forget the skull bomb.
Yes. Maybe do we lead with the skull bomb in the central forces? That's a good question.
if we want to
You-
use that now, I think we better use it before our troops get deployed to the front line.
Yeah, we should probably
Yeah.
drop the skull bomb and then swoop in the confusion, is what I'm thinking.
We
Okay.
do that either down the center or we do it over here once the conscripts are lost.
I'm going to say down the center, probably. I think that the Tengu are going to probably be most effective in the mountains, so we should probably
Hmm.
see what we can do about deploying the remaining Tengu forces to either aid these guys here or aid AG here.
I was thinking that I could send another contingent here, like you were saying, and then we could attack, have Laris teleport the other two contingencies, like on either side here, so that they could attack the other army of priests and the KCR
I
party.
think that, well, my personal opinion is the Tengu are shine brightest as ambush fighters in the mountains, and so I think the best place for them is going to be on the two flanks and not really out in the open field in the middle, especially if we're going to drop the skull bomb.
All right. Well, I will. I guess I can go with that if nobody else. Then yeah, I'll send. I don't. Should I send them now?
Well, do we... When we sent the first contingent of Tengu out on the right side and had you roll, I was wondering, could we like choose multiple things to send at once? If we were to send maybe like the house cat sentinels over there, since there are fewer innocents to get in the way if they just wanted to burn everything indiscriminately.
I
I
think
guess that works in the center line too.
That could be done too, because I think that the Tengu would be able to escape the flames without much issue, since
I
they're,
think
you know,
we need to
Fires.
remember our promise to Eligor and keep the Sentinels as sort of turrets on the last tower and not deploy them out in the open
Last
field.
line of defense.
Yeah, that's fair. I think we wanted them to be our seek and destroy versus Cladus, and since this side is basically all Cladus except for the few troops.
we could.
I mean that
deploy
is fair
Berry.
enough, I suppose. That we
Kaiju
have.
Berry could wreak havoc over there too.
I think we're gonna want Kaiju Berry close to Gazelle, and if we're going to theoretically go for the Emperor, then Berry will probably be helping us tear shit up in the central path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that makes sense. Yes.
Okay, so what are you doing? What's the first thing you're doing?
The skull before we commit any troops. I think we gotta do
Okay.
like a portal drop the skull.
Yeah, let's
I had a
Let's see
question.
what the skull
Oh,
does.
portal drop. Okay, yeah, portal drop actually makes pretty good sense.
Okay, you're gonna get Larish to do it? Or are you gonna get someone else to do it?
I was going to propose a question.
What's
Okay,
up?
go for it.
Being a spirit, does the owl have a skeleton?
My owl?
Yeah.
No skeleton.
No, it does not. It would not be affected by this.
Can it pick up the thing to drop it?
I mean, the owl does have enough physical form to interact with objects, so I would say, yeah, it is. It's just a skull.
I assumed I would have basically the carrying capacity of Mage Hand, but yeah, if the skull is light enough, send the owl through and airdrop it. That sounds great.
I am on
I have a
board with
question.
that idea. If
Are you
An
gonna
important
share-
question. We must decide now. When the owl looks at the Cladis, does it see the same thing that Napo would see if they looked through the owl?
Oh yeah, the fucky vision.
Yeah. So
In the past, you've been able to look at the Cladis, no problem, so it might not be a problem, but I do want to clarify if that's a thing or not.
trying to think thematically if they can see the absence of a soul because they're on the other side, or is it because they're two souls joined together?
I will allow you to make this decision, but you must make it now.
I think there might be negative drawbacks to that. Maybe we send someone like Yasuo who can also fly through a portal and just drop a skull and come back quick.
Yeah,
He
so
has
it
a
doesn't.
skeleton,
He
though.
doesn't fortunately have a skeleton.
Can he
We were
wear
gonna
like specialized
send the
gloves?
skeleton girl to do it.
Yeah.
We were
That
gonna.
was the original plan.
We were gonna originally
That
have the
was
skeleton
original
girl
plan.
drop it, use some sort of spell to help her fly. Can we like open a portal
How do-
above them?
Yeah, how do portals work? Does she have to go all the way through, or can she just extend her top half through the portal and drop it from 100 feet?
Depends on the portal. It depends on who's doing it. Laris, yes, you could just stick your hands through. Someone else, maybe not. Maybe they actually have to like teleport to do it, because Laris made a specific spell that does that. And I'm not going to cheat Laris's accomplishments by making just someone else have the same fucking spell.
Sure.
I think let's do a Laris and Skeleton Girl team up.
Okay, Laris has to. She looks exhausted. She's teleported like 500 guys to already. It's like, okay, what do you want me to teleport?
Gazelle offers her a berry.
Oh, thank you. Oh, these are terrible. They're rotted. What the hell?
Ew.
Don't eat his berries.
I would. He handed me one. What do you want from me? What do you
They're
want me to
troll
teleport?
food only. Can you
Gross.
please make a teleportation in the sky right above the armies over her?
The sky? Okay, I could try. I'm pretty sure I can do that. The skeleton girl, like, all right, I have the box here, and she prevents a box that presumably has the skull inside.
Yeah, be very careful. In fact, maybe like one of us holds on to the skeleton lady's lower half to make sure she doesn't fall through when she leans over. Just kind of anchor her, and see if you can drop it right in the center of their army.
Okay. There's not really a. I'm not gonna. This is not risking enough for it to be a roll. So you guys won't roll. The Cladis are going to roll.
Fair. Roll a Constitution saving throw to see if your skeleton escapes.
I mean, it will. That's how the thing works. There's
It's
another
what
thing. at
happens
play.
after that.
Yes.
Fair.
Okay. I have decided what they get as a bonus, and I'm going to remind all of you that they are hardy, and they are things that turn other things into more of them. So
I'm
keep that
hardy.
in mind. You're not that hardy. They roll an 11.
Uh-oh.
Jesus.
So, but I am going to call this somewhat a success. But the problem is that it is not as successful as you hope. Because ultimately, what happens is as soon as the artifacts start taking effect, some of the Cladis, some of the troops start. Well, this kills some of the knights, but not as many as you would think. Some of them start to their skeletons rip out of their armor and start crawling out, start screaming, and start picking up the weapons from their guarded corpses and start attacking other knights because they don't know where the fuck they are and they're fucking scared because they're in a flesh prison
I'm scared.
and now
I'm scared.
freed. And the flesh prison was all a weird one because it was all alive, but it was all a creature. It wasn't just a human. They start fighting. Some of those priests start to turn, and their numbers seem to diminish as skeletons arise. But it doesn't, and unfortunately, doesn't take a terrible long time before you realize that the skeletons will just become Cladis as well
Oh no.
because they get infected because they're made of organic tissue.
Uh-oh.
It infects the skeletons. The skeleton, then a new Cladis forms around the skeleton. As it crawls and it consumes and turns the bones into more Cladis. And then the skeleton of that creature erupts, and then fights, and then gets turned. And this becomes a horrifying display. So I'm going to say you do pause them, but you also learn that a lot of the knights that turn, their skeletons turn as well. And they crawl back toward their armor and piece it back together. Still broken. It's still torn to pieces. But it's a weird. They're now walking horrifying abominations wearing knight armor. Broken, ruined knight armor. Their chests torn open. So the pieces of metal are just out and bent outward from where they
Stitched
skeletons
together
ripped out.
with
Their helms
tendons.
are destroyed. That's right. And just held together with tendons and muscle and flesh that have formed of the skeleton, and they just reconstitute themselves. Eventually, what happens is when the new Cladis forms, it takes the skeleton's takes the control over them, but it doesn't make more bones. It makes just piles of meat that just start forming to horrifying creatures that have no bones, but just sloth over the battlefield in fucking horrifying things to witness. And probably the most horrifying of all, the knights don't even seem to care that they're walking alongside these fucking horrifying abominations. And they just start avoiding the area around the skeleton.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is screaming still a free action?
Oh, fuck yes it is.
Okay. I scream.
And I'm afraid that I'm going to take off the tick for skeleton bomb.
Yeah, that didn't. That roll didn't exactly go in our
Didn't really
favor.
work out.
Do I?
Can-
Since I
I was
rolled
hoping
11,
to at least cause them
No, I won't.
to panic and cause chaos, but they seem pretty chill about the whole thing. So they're probably a little more foregone than I thought they were.
They're the experts when it comes to turning flesh against its host. Should have known better.
flesh and bone. It did stall them. I'm not going to march them any further forward. They had to stop to deal with that. It did pause their advance. So I'm not going to tick up their clock. I'm just going to take down yours.
We did waste a tool on that, so that's fine.
Yeah, because you didn't fail, so I'm not going to punish you for failing by advancing their clock. But I'm not going to. It's not like the skeleton probably. I mean, you can get it back, presumably when the battle's over, but you're not gonna.
That's about
it's
all
not
it's going to be good for, yeah.
It's just kind of. There's not like they've split around the area where the skeleton is. They've learned how where the distance is where they have to be to not get affected by it. Just kind of through sheer experimentation. As
So,
they just march forward.
so do we have a means of knowing this has gone south? Either like we see it somehow, or scouts reporting on
You
it.
can see it. There's like people with eyeglasses that are watching. Some of them put the eyeglass down and throw up.
All right. Well, I was gonna look over
That's
at
not good.
Skeleton Girl and say, sorry,
Oh,
I
I
didn't.
didn't. Oh, I didn't know they could do that. That's awful.
I
Those are new people.
I
Those
feel
skeletons are new people. Now they're dead.
I feel a little guilty about.
She starts to have an an existential crisis.
Oh no. Okay.
That's also represented by her tick going down.
Oh no.
I'm gonna like
Of course.
awkwardly and nervously pat her on the back, try and comfort her, and it's gonna be even more awkward because it's gonna be like make kind of a xylophone sound as I'm like hitting her ribs with.
It's on her spine.
Stop playing my bones like they're inside the bone.
Sorry.
Scared.
Okay. New plan.
What's your new plan?
All right.
If we should engage the forces before they cross the whole battlefield.
What do you say we deploy?
Oh, forces.
Deploy the rest of our Tengu and deploy our AG.
I think that if you want to get a better chance of ambushing, you need to distract them better, because if they're all of a hive mind, that means that these guys getting attacked by the Tengu, these guys are also going to know how to defend against it, and so are the rest of them.
It's true.
So we need to kind of introduce them as a, secondary or third threat. We can't have them be the main focus. This flank might work, but I think if we're going to do that, we should deploy AG and the Spirit.
That's what I think the plan should be, is to put AG on the left flank and give him at least one or two of these contingencies of Tengu, and then whatever left over, help these guys on the right flank. I don't know who we could spare to go to the right flank and back them up. Hopefully these guys turning and a lot of those priests getting taken out should be sufficient to at least keep them distracted.
Could maybe Eldon and Natul bring down some magic on the bows? They're both wizards.
About what?
I don't know. Can they cast, like, epic fireball?
I think we're kind of counting on the last tower people defending the last tower. I'm not sure if we can send them out to the front lines.
Maybe. I don't think we want to be. Storm's right. The Tengu are going to be more effective if we don't like send them in piecemeal and trickle our troops in. If we send in if we sent in maybe Wei and Eldon and Barry to that side, they can cause a distraction, and then suddenly the Tengu have a much easier time of sniping the remaining priests in the back, and then we win this entire flank.
Yeah, throwing out the Tengu first, I think they're just going to be targeted because they're the dangerous ones. They're the ones with the poison.
I maintain that we got to keep Eldon close to the chest here, and Barry's stay with us because he's Gazelle's familiar.
Should some of us go out there then? Or are
yeah,
all of
well,
us going to hide at the temple?
It could be time that we deployed because I mean we are pieces on this board too.
I'm thinking, yeah, it's probably going to be about time. We might need to even split the party because I was originally thinking focus the party on the center, but it might be wise to divide and conquer at least until the two flanks are under control.
So I really think we stand a good chance of wiping out this side if we focus a little bit on it.
I kind of agree just because this side over here, these guys are not going to really do anything besides be useful for slowing down the priests. This side is about to crumble, and then once this little distraction goes away, the priests will turn around, kill what's left of the Tengu, and then, turn the Tengu against us.
Can we agree that AG goes to the left flank?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
I think he'll be most effective there.
Let's put AG's piece over here then. He's going to the left flank.
Okay. Let's roll to see how that goes then.
Well, let's not. He might not be going alone. Let's finalize the battle plan.
I'm gonna ask you. Okay. All right.
You can ask me in a minute.
I'm going to start putting a timer. I'm going to start putting pressure on you to make a decision.
Okay. The Tengu, are we in agreement of splitting them between the two flanks?
Yeah, we can send 2 of the tokens over with AG.
With AG, and then the last one to back up the ones who are already there.
Yeah, but I think that sending them in alone is basically telling them to go die. We should deploy the one of these other tokens, or maybe the Morosians as well. I think having the Morosians go in is a good idea because they're powerful and they should be able to route out and rejoin this main group on this side.
You have to remember that the flanks are not where the main battlefield is, and we were already discussing the Morosians facing the Morosians, so if we want to change plan, we can pivot, but I don't want to forget about the main host coming right down the middle.
Well, if we take the flanks, then we have the advantage of hitting them from all sides. Ideally, we take out these tokens here, and then move the Tengu army and the Turncoat army and the Morosians and the conscripts down, and put pressure on the center flank, or on the center army here, where we can then deploy. We can put Barry down there, and then we can have the party move in and hopefully rout them.
Well,
once we take down the flanks, we can come at them from all 3 angles.
I think it's important to remember that these battles are not happening one at a time. They're happening simultaneously, and putting manpower on the flanks allows for the center to advance a lot closer. And
are they not moving slower because of the skull?
Maybe a little, but us being able to surround them is going to be entirely dependent on whether we can slow down the central charge enough and whether we can actually take out the flanks. So, I'm not saying it's not a good strategy, but I'm saying that it is hinged entirely on us succeeding all of our roles, and that could be risky.
Okay. Well, this side's almost done, so let's finish it.
lest we forget, we do have a full charge amulet.
We do have a
Yeah,
full
like
charge
there.
amulet.
Might be better save for if one of us has to use a super move, but
Perhaps. All right. Well,
Yeah.
do we want to send some party members with the Tengu? Do we have any volunteers for backing them up and crushing the right flank?
I think because it's the Morosian force, and oh, that's scary.
I don't like
Put
him.
this right here because I like this.
Oh, that's
Oh,
the skull.
skull.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think because it's the Morosian force and it's the Tengu army now being sortied in full. I think that Lyle and Tori should back up the right flank here.
If we are going to send Morosians, then yes, I suppose. Okay, who's holding the center line then? If we're sending the Morosians here and splitting the Tengu between the two flanks, are we just
I guess the
going
Ghost
to-
Army is going to have to hold the center.
Are we just relying on them to
And-
do all the heavy lifting there in the main host? Against
I would say,
I got
probably going to
Sentinels
be in
and
the
party members too, and the tower mages.
I think
Yeah.
I think if Barry's out in the middle of the battlefield, he won't be as constricted if he was trying to go kaiju inside the tower.
he would definitely be better suited for the middle of the field because he could go kaiju and have open space. He doesn't have to climb mountains or be stealthy, and he has a big open field that he can explode in the middle of.
Yeah, and if you look at where the skull is, it's kind of creating a divide between these two main forces. And now that they're faced with an obstacle that they can't move around, it's making it harder for them to attack as a united front.
We have scattered and slowed them down just a bit, even if we have increased their numbers unintentionally.
No, you didn't really increase the numbers, but you didn't diminish the numbers.
Fair. Even that's
Just
better.
change their numbers.
You just changed their numbers, basically. Now they're more horrifying to look upon.
No, that's great. That's...
All right. Do you guys want Adam
don't like
to join
You shouldn't.
EG's flank, or do you guys think it makes more sense for him to go through the middle strategically?
Fuck.
I
Well,
feel like he would probably fight alongside the ghosts.
I think
Yeah,
yes.
I think Napono would too.
We could put Adam and Napano on the center with Gazelle, probably.
Thanks, guys. Gazelle and Barry too. All the guys with familiars.
Which leaves
Gazelle,
the
do you
question
consent to
of
this?
Sure.
Okay.
what about Otto? Where do you want to go, Aaron? 'Cause you could back it. You could
would be useful.
back up AG, but AG might have it under control, especially if he's got a bunch of Tengu at his command too, and a bunch of people that he turned because of Otto and Yue's, or Otto and Hotaru's help. Could
Wait, it's
throw,
going to join that side.
could throw away at him
I
too.
think can we put Yasuo over here? That way he's like commanding the second half of the Tengu forces. Yeah.
Tori with half, Yasuo with half. Yeah.
All right. Well, then that pretty much leaves this flank
Tara
in
goes with them.
NPC control, unless Otto goes with them. So it kind of gives Otto freedom to go wherever.
I think leaving Otto in reserve just for the moment wouldn't be too bad of a move.
It's
Because
not,
we are
but I don't want to exclude Aaron from the game either.
Otto,
Fair.
what do you
No,
want to do?
I'm gonna stay behind, I think. And
Hold the
watch what
line.
happens. Mhm.
All right. Just come be a giant laser when things go sour down the middle.
Okay, so that's
Yeah, I like
that's
this deployment.
okay. So that's the plan then. Wei and AG will lead the right flank. Tori and Lyle will lead, or sorry, AG and Wei will lead the left flank. Tori and Lyle the right. Gazelle, Napano, and Adam will hammer the center, the main field, and Otto will help hold the line at the tower for now.
Yep.
Okay, Mage, is that an acceptable battle strategy for you?
If you guys are cool with that, I'm okay with that.
I'm ready for it.
I
Okay,
think we're
which side
committing.
wants to go first?
Let's do the flanks.
Well,
Hey, which
yeah.
flank? Do you want to do the flank that no players on first?
Yeah, let's see what AG does.
Let's
I'm
see what
interested
AG
in seeing how his plays
I,
out.
want to see if
Darn
AG and
stag
Way
warrior.
live.
Let's see. So AG takes to the field, pulling off Dynasty Warrior moves. He's got his nunchucks. He's aiming to be the new Emperor, the Wingless Emperor, or something like that. Let's see. He's leading them. Who wants to roll for them? Who wants to do the roll?
Most
Who hasn't rolled tonight?
of us.
I have
Who wants-
not rolled tonight.
BB,
BB.
you want to take responsibility for whatever happens?
Yeah.
Do it.
Cool. That's the attaboy. Attaboy. AG is a formidable combatant. He's got a lot of support. +3 at least.
Okay.
Adam did recruit him.
That's
And
true.
I'll even bump it up to +4.
Yeah,
Only-
that he's got that nunchucks.
Yeah.
Great.
So 2d6 plus 4.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes. I hope you roll double ones, because it'd be really funny.
Let's do it.
Maje!
I'd say that.
Woo!
Oh,
Yeah,
you rolled a 13.
that's our boy.
That's
I hate
Yeah,
it.
boy.
I'm mad. Agent takes the field, way at his side. Utaro beside him. His Empress is with him. The Tengu is on his back. Yasuo is giving support, leading the charge as they fish and shoot arrows, the poison arrows of the priests. He just starts going full Dynasty Warriors, charging through his allies and just like knocking people in the sky. Does jungle combos, just like does the full like kills 100 men like 30
Hell yeah.
seconds.
Does he like?
Just
does he
goes
do a?
fucking ham.
Does he do a spin kick that shoots a tornado?
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Yeah, he
Hell
does.
yeah.
Eventually, the combined might of his Tengu forces, Wei with him, Hotaro, they will diminish the remaining like of the conscripts. That force will get wiped out, and it just leaves the priests and the conscripts that are left. They managed to take out quite a few. At least 15 are dead, bringing down that count to 15.
Ooh.
Maji.
You're
They are
keeping track
holding
of
the
this.
line.
separate groups, right?
Yes, each one has a health bar right now.
Okay.
Okay. Can we see the health bars?
It has
Oh.
more numbers. Yes, there's 3 health bars.
I'm scared.
Well, no, there's more health bars than that. You know,
Fair enough.
they just mean different things for different things.
Good job, BB. Yeah, BB.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good job,
BB.
Yeah, BB.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
The stories are going to go down in the history books if this all goes well. AG's just he's going to become emperor if he lives.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna marry the princess, that's for sure.
He's going to
She's
marry
sworn
the
in.
empress. Thank you.
Princess Empress. Prince Empress.
She's Princess
And
Empress.
his first decree, we're going to execute that guy. Point to Lyle.
No!
Because he keeps calling my empress princess, and I don't like it.
Somewhere you hear clapping and you say, "There he is. That's my great grandson." Everybody, there, look at him go. He uses nunchucks just like his old man.
I'm not blood related to you, old man. Where the fuck have we even been?
My blood's everywhere, kid.
You don't know that.
That's true. So
nice.
in a way, you're a little bit related to Hotaru.
Quite
Just
possibly.
Just a little.
Maybe just a little. Who knows? In any
Anyways.
case, that's going well so far. This will not be the only roll you'll do for that. It could still go bad.
Okay,
Those
so
numbers
far
could
so
suddenly
good.
return because they consumed a bunch of people.
It's a
That
good opening.
roll that BB did, was that just for EG, or is that also representing the Tengu and
That's
Wei?
representing that entire thing. That's why it was a +4, which
Okay.
guaranteed like some measure, like unless BB rolled like shit, there was a guarantee of some success.
You got a +1 for AG, +1 for Hotaru, +1 for Wei, and +1 for Yasuo.
Correct.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I was a
now
plus
the other.
one once.
You were, but not anymore.
No, your +1 died. Okay. Other flank. Tori, Lyle, the Merovian defectors, and the rebels. So you're marching with your buddy Lyle. He kind of keeps his distance from you. He just kind of gives you a nod as you progress. The Duke is here.
A little awkward.
He is in full armor, full garb. He is leading the charge. He's leading the troops.
I'm still
Despite his
dressed like a
age.
hobo.
What? Who's just like a hobo? You're just like a hobo?
I'm still dressed like a hobo, yeah.
This is true, yes. Okay. So, what's the method approach here? Now we have player characters in the field. You approach this mountain pass where this battle is going on. It's like taking up this mountain pass. There are traps everywhere. Most of them sprung. All the goblins have fled because they don't want to get eaten. There are conscripts on the lower path that are kind of like fighting with. There's like a clump fighting with one priest, just trying to not get fucking murdered, and mostly failing because the priests are no fucking joke. You guys are approaching with the Merosian reinforcements and your Tengu reinforcements. There's like priests fighting on this pass. They're surrounded by conscripts that are getting murdered. The Tengu are like in the further up pass, kind of trying to shoot when they get a shot. But it's getting difficult because the priests are like also using the conscripts as shields. Because they realize that once it hits a creature and they drop that creature, they're safe.
They're very smart. Gotcha.
So those conscript numbers are dwindling.
So they gotta shoot well.
They're getting
While they're
small.
distracted.
They're getting shrinky. They're shrinking.
We gotta go in and we've got to overwhelm the priests while they're still distracted trying to defend against the Tengu above. But I think that this is also a good opportunity for our Tengu on the ground to corner them, like flush them out of their hiding spots. I think that we lead with the army in front, and I'm going to try and have Tori bring an illusion so that they cannot see. They can't tell. I'm going to cast an illusion on the Merosian army to make them look a lot larger, so that they sort of like drop.
Oh, so their numbers are larger.
Yeah, I'm gonna make them look like a much bigger threat is approaching now. So that they need to like turn and like face them instead.
Is that a spell you have?
Yeah, she's got
Amu?
magics.
Okay. Let's see it.
I'm gonna roll smoke and mirrors.
A 9.
Not bad.
Okay. You do start to focus. Maybe you're hanging back so you can concentrate on this, but you have to concentrate on it as they approach. And like the Meroji numbers kind of like they're approaching toward the mountain pass, and like more troops that kind of come from behind them, like they were behind them the entire time. So to help with the illusion, they're like, oh, there were more people here, you just couldn't see them, and they start spreading out, so their numbers start to swell.
Yeah.
So like they look about like that big now, comparable to some of the other forces at play here. As they're like the rebels and the Merosians are like marching toward the mountain pass.
Very nice.
Okay.
Okay. Question.
Yes, what you got?
You say that most of the traps that were set by the goblins have been tripped. Are you suggesting that there are still some that potentially are lingering around the area that
I mean, there must be, right? I think the goblins made a lot of fucking traps.
okay. let's say I've got two moves. One that specifically allows me to identify traps and such. Could I say use that move and on a roll that would let me detect traps and potentially, one of the questions that I could ask on a success is, how the trap's activated. Could I set off a trap strategically?
If you can identify where the traps are, absolutely. I think I can give you that.
All
You're gonna
right.
roll for it though.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use my move, and then we'll see where it goes.
Okay, do it. Do the thing.
Ooh,
Oh my god, you
I
got
got
14, you motherfucker.
got 3.
That's 3.
There you
Okay.
go.
Y'all are using up the good rolls. Shit.
So,
If you use one hold now, you can immediately tell where the traps are. I'll give you that. If you use one hold now,
okay.
and then
I'm going to scan the area and identify the traps so that I can not only make sure our troops don't wander into them, but also see about, if there's any priests nearby, any traps and whatnot.
I think there's probably a couple. Probably a couple.
Okay. So, I don't know. Describe me a trap or two.
Well, there's probably at least a couple pitfall traps that just kind of didn't get activated because the goblins didn't set the pressure right to have them fall. They're too sturdy. They're sturdier than they should be, so the priests are not falling into them as
Okay.
easily. Maybe the priests also have realized that they're kind of there, so they're not. So they're stepping lightly. They've changed their weight distribution, so they're not setting off these traps. They've realized. In some cases, there's probably some log traps. Good old swinging fucking log into a guy. Probably a couple of those didn't get set off because they weren't close enough for
Is
them
there
to
a
activate.
big boulder that just rolls and crushes
Oh, there's
them?
got to be at least one boulder, man. There's got to
Yes.
be one.
So,
That's one hole to identify those.
all right. So one of my holds to identify them, 2 more to set off traps.
Mhm.
All right. All right.
Yes.
I like the sound of a boulder trap. Storm, you like boulder traps?
Yeah, boy.
All right. Let's see. Let me take a peep at my. I do have my crossbow. So, all right. Well, let's say
You do.
while we're dealing with while we're approaching and we got some of these priests preoccupied fighting, I'm gonna take a crossbow and I'm gonna take my crossbow out and fire a bolt at a piece of rope I spotted and see if we can't drop some boulders from one of these cliffs down onto these motherfuckers. Give them a good old splat.
Okay. This sounds like if you're trying to set up a trap with your crossbow. This is definitely dexterity. So you're
Okay.
shooting a thing. Technically volley, but don't worry really about that. Roll with your dexterity.
Okay. Let me.
I'll even let you use one of the holds to give yourself another +1 to that.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, you didn't even need it. You just rolled good. You
Dunk.
fucker. You motherfucker. Roll lower.
No. I was getting all out of my
Yeah.
system looking suspicious yesterday. Last time.
Okay, well, you set free a fucking avalanche of boulders. It turns out the goblins set up way too many fucking boulders. That's kind of also why I got fucking stuck, because they kind of got wedged. So you shot the rope in just the right way to set it off, so it actually starts working. And just an avalanche of boulders start to fall down this path. The poor conscript had to duck for fucking cover. But they're not gonna die. I'm not gonna kill them for that. But you do pin at least 5 of these big fucking priests under boulders and shit, and the Tengu take their shots. and just like wipe out 5 immediately, no
Kinda
problem,
fucking, yeah.
Nice.
no threat,
Nice.
Thunk, thunk, thunk. Eat shit, motherfuckers.
and they just
That would-
disintegrate before their eyes as they try to like free themselves, but because they're trapped, and the Tengu are watching. Anytime any piece of them tries to like wiggle away, they hit it with an arrow. They prevent it. They know.
Nice.
The Tengu have also noticed what they are doing.
Lyle's going to
Them's my boys. What can I
Look-
say?
I'm gonna look toward Markesh and then give him a wry smirk and then go back to what I was doing.
Setting up more traps.
You're welcome,
Okay.
motherfucker.
Okay. Okay. So Tori has done a thing that's helping. The Morosian. Let's say one more roll, and then we'll switch to another side.
Okay.
Let's say the Morosians and the Rebels will be the next roll.
Yes.
I'll say, with the help of Tori, they get a +1 from that. You're setting up traps and pinning dudes. I'll give you another +1 for that. And because I'm nice, they have a +2 because they have like a bunch of Thyrons, so they can fuck with sand and shit. And they brought their fucking sand. Also, sand around, so it works. And just start going for it. They just start engaging. So one of you two, roll 2d6 +4.
It's all you for him. I don't.
Roll
Alright.
one. Roll snake eyes. Roll snake eyes. Roll
Slash
snake eyes.
roll 2d6 plus 4.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
There we go.
I was hoping you wrote 2d1 again.
That won't happen again.
Tonight.
I rolled.
Tonight.
I rolled a double 1 last time, and I rolled a double 1 this time. You know, it's not putting any more numbers on our amulet, so it's not happening again.
Okay.
Cherish
The
your
Morosians
memory.
engage. The Morosians know the deal. You guys are all on the same page. The Tengu supporting them, and, like being their fire support, and the Morosians engaging. They like shields forward, shield guys in front, kind of like marching forward so they don't get grabbed or touched.
Pincer!
Fucking
Pincer!
Cladis creatures. They pincer. They just
Nice.
start pinning Cladis. You guys come in with your own weapons to help like kill them with the. You have to take a little more effort to kill them, but it takes. But as long as you pin them, you give them with the arrows. You get them.
Lyle's
You
muscle
get a lot of
memory is going to come back, and he's going to be shouting orders and leading people away from traps and giving commands to the Morosians, and Grimstad's going to be a little proud.
I'm gonna take out another 10.
There we
'Cause
go.
you rolled an 11. There's still like 5 priests left, and they're like hunkering down. They're like a lot of them were like still pretending to be mostly human. The pretense is gone. They are like fully like erupting. They're becoming big, fucking
Uh-oh.
multi-armed monstrosities.
Gone full Resident
Like
Evil monster.
they're more like the guy in this. Yeah, they look more like this guy now. They're like reality. They're like big, bulking brutes with like multiple arms. Their heads are like kind of leaning forward as their necks expand, but you
They're
can't
doing,
see
like,
their
the-
flesh. So they're just kind of horrible to look upon when you
Uh-oh.
take out the armor. Not pleasant.
They're turning back into their old selves, the brutes.
They're doing the Paul Robertson transformation.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna.
That side is going extremely well.
Okay, well, I will save anything else I might have up my sleeve for when we shift
Yeah.
focus back. That's already pretty good.
Yeah, we're probably gonna do.
Not
We're gonna
push my
do the
luck.
central flank, and then we're gonna end it for tonight because it's
Okay.
9:30, and we're gonna have next time and probably another time after that.
You
Get
got
them,
it.
boys. Fuck them up.
Okay. Gazelle, Napano, Adam, Barry, ghostly and amplified dudes, and last tower troops. You are heading down the central flank. Gazelle, you were told as you headed, like, okay, to give Barry the big thing, you need to stab this into the back of his spine. You're handed like this strange looking dagger with like a glowing green liquid inside. It's very warm.
Hmm.
And you're told, like, this will make him big, but I gotta remind you, it's gonna be not good to be around for too long. So be careful. But do it only when the time is right. When you feel like it's an appropriate time. And you remember these words as like you're marching toward the battlefield with Barry, who's now, let's probably just say, has regained his body. He's just walking beside you. Big old troll boy.
Oh, I fed him more bodies. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that was the goal, right? You wanted to give him a body back. So he would be able to be big kaiju boy.
We have seen like 2 or 3 different corpse files.
I was gonna say, where would we get the corpse to feed him? But I guess, yeah.
You don't need to
We
worry about
don't need a
that.
scene for that.
Yeah, maybe later.
Probably later. Like, all right. So what you doing? What's the plan here?
So, these troops are kind of divided by the skull. I would like to take advantage of their separation. And I see there's kind of a big slab of stone in here that's probably, creating the Y where these forces are. I would like to use my ice magic to kind of create a wall in front of these troops and, kind of box them in or force them backwards. That way we can focus on the clerics without the ground troops.
Okay, I will remind
maybe-
you.
Yep.
This is absolutely nothing you can do. It's going to be difficult because remember, this is obviously not to scale. So there's a lot of space you're working for.
I don't think I'd be doing it on my own. I think I'd get some of the last tower mages to be like, hey, we're all going to use ice magic together and create just this giant ice wall that separates half of their forces.
Absolutely. I'm just trying to make sure that we paint the right picture here of what's going on.
Yep. I'm not trying to necessarily kill them, but I'm trying to make a
No,
box
no.
and then force them to turn around so that we delay them a little bit. Or they have to
Right.
bust through it, whichever.
They either got to go the long way around or run to the skull.
Yeah. That is the basic idea.
Okay, what's your roll? Let's see your roll.
Do you want me to do a generic roll, or I would be using Gift of Elements normally to do this?
This would be your wisdom normally. So what's your wisdom? Is it +3?
Yes.
I'll give you. Yeah, I'll give you +1. I'm being too generous. +1, so you have +4 to your 2d6 to accomplish this.
Okay. So.
No!
Holy shit.
No!
Yay!
Oh
Yay,
my
someone had
god.
At last, it happened.
Hang on. What,
They're
so
too
we
strong
were
for
just gonna
ice.
build a wall.
It's just a wall, yeah.
I was just trying to build a wall, not really wading into the troops myself, but
Oh, but you
I
rolled
see
double
Moros didn't agree to
ones.
pay for it.
You
No.
rolled double ones, motherfucker.
Damn.
you did.
Oh boy. Oh joy. I get to do big things now.
Oh.
The mages and Napano, you're guiding it because this is your intention. You tell them plan, but you're kind of guiding because you're the one who is using the elements and the way you are. And there's some among the last tower mages that also know how to do that. You're starting to build this ice wall. It's starting to form, but you made a you made a wrong estimation. You thought the numbers were divided, that they were slowed down sufficiently. No, they have already resolved that problem. They know how to deal with the skull. That is not stopping them anymore. And as the wall starts to form, you watch as the knights run into it and start just mounting it. But some of them, and they just are just trying to climb. Some of them, as they are silent. But then their numbers start to swell as more of them approach, and they just start changing themselves, and they start growing additional appendages like spiders.
Oh,
Start
no.
to climb the wall rapidly, and they begin to surge towards you and the Lapse Tower folks.
Hold the line.
in
Shield
a
wall.
wave of metal and swords and limbs and bones. And I'm not gonna kill the last tower, folks, but I'm advancing this clock. Because
Uh-oh.
they are, you thought they were that was stopping them at this point? As you were entering the field? No, that point has passed. And these forces are moving closer, and they are much closer to you guys than before. And if you don't do something to stop them, they're going to overtake you and head toward the last tower. Because remember, they don't give a shit about killing any of you. You're just in the way.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, one of you should do a thing because I failed.
Screaming's still a free action.
No, everything's going good, Wyatt. Don't worry about it. You're doing great. You're doing great over there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
okay.
Let's
I like
see.
doing great over here.
This was always going to be the hardest fight to have, is the central one. So this,
Yep.
So you guys got to wrap up the right flank and come join us quick.
Pretty much.
Okay. Gazelle, Adam, and then like one of the auxiliaries that you have there will be the last like three things we do. So what do the three of you want to do?
Don't know.
Do you want to pop the berry? The berry button. The button berry.
I don't know if it's quite time yet.
There's Fist, there's
Adam
Shinra
looks
Tensei, you
ready
got options.
to charge. Adam looks ready to kind of just charge the Morosian portion of the forces
Bro's gonna throw down.
with the empowered soldiers.
So you want to try to take this flank over here?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you're taking the Barosian forces, or the ghost empowered forces, and like assisting Napano and the guards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that sounds like it's just a fight roll. So you're just rolling with your strength or your dex, whichever you use to
Hack
fight.
and slash?
Yeah. And then I'll give you +1 for the ghost empowered soldiers, because I'm pretty sure your fight's already pretty good.
Okay. So
You're right.
hack and s-
Yeah, and the guards aren't going to add any assistance here because they're getting swarmed.
Okay. So I've got my roll of strength. I've changed the +0 on it to +1. So here we go. And yeah,
A 10.
10.
Okay.
All
Yes,
right.
go.
So I want to kind of narrate one thing as
Absolutely.
So Adam just kind of raises his spear, and I guess maybe due to the empowerment, the soldiers kind of seem to follow suit. As he does so, Anhur's aura kind of surrounds him in the same manner as like the QB cloak, and giving him the appearance of wearing like an ancient armor.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Wild fangs!
Woo!
Wild fire!
Hype!
Let the hunt begin!
Oh shit.
Get him!
And then they just charge.
It's like a shout and a cheer. They just start running into the fray. You just start
Yep.
engaging the Morosian soldiers. They don't, as you fight. I'll give you this for a 10. Like you're crushing it because you've got a weapon. You've got these soldiers. They are effective here. Because you learn. And I'll give you for a 10. These aren't fully infected people. Just like they've taken enough of the drug, you know? They're connected.
Kind of like Gazelle was, except
Yeah,
slightly more.
except, like more advanced. Like those guys you came across that were like really bad off if they didn't have the drug.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you do start dwindling numbers. They're not as quickly able to recover. unless like they're urged to do so through some method, like when the skeletons are ripped from their bodies, and then some of them were turned full Cladis, because there's a couple full Cladis amongst these knights. But you do start to dwindle the numbers. I must give like this as 100% of like capacity just for these guys because it's a bit different situation, and we're gonna bring it down to like you rolled a 10. I'm gonna give you like they're down to like 60%, and their advance has stopped.
Yeah, hold the line.
You rescue Napano and the guards from like being overwhelmed. Napano might have survived just fine. The guards definitely would have gotten wiped out, but they did not. If you had rolled lower, I would have absolutely killed all of them except Napano.
That's great. I'm glad you didn't.
You did good. You did good. You saved the day. You're just kind of leading the charge of this ghostly amplified army, just tearing shit up. However, that leaves the other flank kind of unattended, and they are advancing. There's only one man capable of doing something now. Him and his best friend. Gazelle, what do you do?
All right.
Well, you
So,
got this.
Still not gonna pop Barry quite yet, but
Okay.
they are gonna start fighting.
You got your space. Let them have it.
So, Gazelle and Barry, they're gonna fucking fist bump
Oh,
Oh yeah,
and then
absolutely.
charge just into the fight and start punching shit. But
Is this where Gazelle dies?
no,
it might
got-
be. Hold on. I'm cooking.
Let them cook.
We'll see if I'm any good at cooking.
What you do?
Gazelle is going to start off by breathing fire on the because these are infected dudes, right? These are the
These are the priests.
yeah, which we've fought before.
Yes.
Not super well, but we have fought them before, so he kind
I
of
think
knows
you-
what to expect.
I think you managed to beat one.
How many is in that army, by the way?
40.
40.
This is 40,
This is 40 priests.
which
And
you know,
maybe
Gazelle's going to be
some
using his
knights,
fire
I'm not
breath.
gonna count them.
And Barry's going to be using his new force ring to try and keep the enemies away while, taking them out. I don't remember what else Barry did when he was full. What other powers did he have?
Basically,
He
just was
also
kind of a
had fire.
brute. And he had a club. If he gets lit on fire enough, he explodes.
Oh, yeah.
I know someone who
Is that
can breathe fire.
Yeah, there's a guy right there who can be fire.
Yeah. Gazelle's going to light Barry on fire. Go get him, Barry.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're just gonna breathe fire on Barry and say, "All right, Barry, go in there and be a bomb."
Pretty much.
To be fair, it doesn't kill Barry when he does that.
No, he doesn't.
And they are... We have established that they don't like fire.
This is true. It's not like a insta solution, but it does
No.
hamper them quite a bit.
oh yeah.
Okay, well, this is gonna be a roll. So, what do you want this roll to be?
I don't know. Like,
Because you're like you're basically like, what's the roll? What's roll do you do when you like? What's the stat associated with your fire breath and like your fire?
breath.
Is it like your dex, your con, your wisdom, or whatever? Or is it just like a base roll? Does it say?
There is no roll associated with it.
It's just a fire. Okay.
It's
so
just
this falls,
fire, and then it's a 1d4.
So this more falls
on-
on Barry to get the job done.
Pretty much.
I feel like this is a con for Barry, so it's like gonna be at least a +2 at minimum.
Okay.
Because like he's a beefy boy,
Yeah.
so he's So it's really just like an attempt to like, all right, I need to not explode until I'm up in there.
He's also not a kaiju yet, so not the full.
He's also
Yeah.
not a kaiju yet.
Yet. Emphasis on yet.
Right.
Because there is a plan.
Okay. Roll 2d6 plus 2 for Barry.
You got this. I believe in you.
Roll
I got this. I
2D6.
believe in you. Or roll double ones, please.
Don't screw up.
Kill you guys sooner.
Remember Krona's words. Don't screw up.
You rolled a 9.
That's not bad.
That is a 9.
Okay. That is a mixed success. Barry gets up in there. You have to use his force ring to keep them at bay. They try to cut at him, but eventually they start like just trying to grab him. And you and Barry both know that that's not good. That's bad if they do that. That will not go well for Barry. Barry and you likely have a resistance to it, but you're not immune.
Mhm.
But Barry keeps him at bay. He gets up in there. They start swarming him. He's like, okay, it's go time. So his hair starts to like turn a blaze as it turns bright red. He starts to glow, and he fucking bursts into flames and erupt in a fucking giant fireball, because he's also gotten a little bigger. He takes out, like, there's a group around him. He maybe takes out, like, let's say, 7 priests,
Damn. Get him.
and like incinerate the fireball.
And then,
And then,
as this explosion happens, Gazelle's going to throw the fucking thing, the little thing that he was given, at Barry
The dagger.
while like the explosion is going off. Throw it like a kunai, like a knife.
Throw
Make
it.
my monster grow.
So he's gonna like kaiju in the middle of them, which I assume you're gonna want that to be a roll on Dex.
yes, that seems fair.
2d6. That is also a +2.
Okay.
Don't blow up the kaiju. Don't blow up the kaiju sauce. Oh, thank God.
You rolled a 9.
That is literally the exact same roll.
It is. What the fuck? This is bullshit.
That is hilarious.
You
That
could
is
have rolled
twice
lower.
that I've done that, by the way, tonight. Because earlier, those
Yeah.
2 Constitution rolls I did on a whim were
Okay.
11s. 3 and 6. Yeah. I think my dice are broken.
Okay, so what's the mixed part of the success? Because it's gonna work, but it's gonna like have something that kind of it doesn't make it as good. So he's gonna transform. Oh, I think I know the consequence. It's gonna affect the consequences. It's gonna also affect Gazelle when it happens. Like you were warned that it might do if you're close by, and you might think you're far enough away to avoid consequences. You're not, because it's so basically what
to
happens.
be fair, Gazelle wasn't thinking about consequences.
Oh, I know he's not, because he don't
He's
care.
never thinking about consequences.
He don't give a shit. Barry it's like strikes one of the part of his spine, and like Barry like his head goes up, and like he watches like this liquid suddenly shoots down through this device into Barry, and he watches like this bluish liquid starts to seep into his body. It quickly spreads out through his veins. It goes up his spine, down his back, through his veins. It just goes through all of them. All of them start to glow, and you watch as he starts to grow in size. And like he puts his arms down as he like has to hold himself steady. As like you feel the area around you start to fucking heat up, but it's different. It feels different somehow. Like not the normal kind of fire, you know. A different kind of fire is happening right now. You watch as like these spines start to erupt out of Barry's back. You just kind of rip out, stabbing upward like fins on his back. As this motherfucker becomes a fucking kaiju before your eye, growing and growing and growing, and he becomes a prominent piece on the battlefield, but just by sheer fucking size.
Kaiju Berry.
Kaiju Barry. And you watch as the area around him heats up considerably, glowing with like a blue heat. You watch as some of the priests like start to like glow blue with heat and start to like they try to like change themselves to match, but they can't keep up. As like you watch if they don't like burn in that kind of way, their skin kind of starts to die. And they start to just kind of keel over and then ignite in this kind of strange heat reaction. And you realize your skin don't feel too good right now, as you are being affected by radiation.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
He's irradiated now. You've irradiated Barry.
Uh-oh.
Gazelle's probably resistant to radiation.
He is. That's why he's not dying immediately. That's why he's okay for now. But this could become a
I mean-
problem if you stay too close.
Technically, I'd have like double resistance.
Not against this. Not against radiation specifically. Fire, sure. Not radiation. Different thing in this instance.
All right.
But you're okay.
Isn't
You're not-
radiation just fire but poison?
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna like
I see what
maybe
you
you
did
take maybe you take like 5 damage. Take 5
there.
damage.
This ain't Warframe.
5 damage, you said?
Yeah, just 5 damage. Is it's
Alright.
pretty sweltering. Before Barry like gets under control, and he just starts doing kaiju shit. You start stomping. And
get him, Barry! Once he gets it under control, Gazelle's gonna run up his leg and get on his back, like on his shoulder.
all right.
You're gonna jump on the giant
The
radioactive...
effect is still, yeah, it's still there, but like, so if you stay around him for too long, you're definitely you're not gonna be good.
Yeah,
But
it'll
you're
be
okay.
fine.
He's
I mean,
microwaving
yeah, who
your
gives a-
lungs, Ed.
Who gives a shit about consequences at this moment?
He's microwaving your organs.
Yes, he is.
Don't worry about it.
Uh-oh.
I'm not
It's
worried
just
about it.
heating me up.
I'm a little worried about it.
I'm going to subtract a few more. I'm going to subtract a few more priests. I'm going to give you another 6 as you start to dwindle the numbers. Because you only got a 9. And given
And then
this is the main
put Gazelle
boost-
like up here, so it's like, so he's on his shoulder.
Hold on, I have to move you up.
If
The
he was on
front.
his shoulder, wouldn't he be
There we
like
go. Right
eating
there.
that radiation though?
No, it's under control. It's fine.
Under control as much as Barry can get under control. Not gun.
It's fine.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, I know. Yeah, you're fine. Fine. Don't worry about it. And so, the battle has begun. You guys are doing pretty fucking good. It's not going so bad.
So far, so good.
We're gonna end on this particular note, as the coterie of the Emperor are quite a few distance away, but the Emperor himself just strolls up to the skeleton skull.
Uh-oh.
He stands in front of it. He looks down at it. You watch as like his body shakes for a moment before suddenly he like tenses and it stops. And then he reaches down and he picks up the skull in his hands and just holds it
Uh-oh.
as he looks up toward the battlefield ahead.
That's not good.
And that's why the tick is gone. Because now he has it.
Oh, no, that's bad.
Thanks for this gift. Thank you.
I don't like this.
What exactly is the range of that thing again?
Hmm, good question. You're gonna find out next time, probably.
Yay.
Okay. All right. Well, good job, everybody. It's been a good session so far.
So far, so good.
This is going pretty. So far, so good. Who knows what surprises await?
Minimal losses.
Minimal losses. No faction has like suffered a huge catastrophe yet, so that's good.
Yay.
But things are gonna get dicier as things progress.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I hope not. I hope it's not fine. I hope you all die. I'm hoping to kill all of you.
Damn.
Yeah, you would.
I would, and I am.
Manger, be good.
I want the bad ending.
No.
Yeah. The bad ending awaits. It's time to say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Goodbye,
Bye,
YouTube. Thank you
Bye,
for
YouTube.
watching.
Bye,
Thank you for
YouTube.
watching. Goodbye. We enjoy next time where I kill them all.
No. Tiny.
Tiny.
And the butt.
Tiny.
Yeah.
Big fat wing.